Dance and fitness instructor Hidi Horikoshi talks about being hospitalized with an illness for a month's time. Are you able to talk a little bit about what your illness was exactly so people can kind of understand it?
Sure. So diagnosis for what I went through was strep A necrotizing fasciitis. But yeah, it's a mouthful. Nobody knows where I got it. Um, Nobody knows how I got it. It's just I got it. It spread real fast, and it became a serious emergency situation. Even when I went to the ER 2 nights in a row. First night, they they thought it was a cardiac problem because I was having a pain around my chest area, but everything came back fine. So they actually sent me home. But I went home with a worse pain than I came into the ER. And much of that next day, I don't recall at all whatsoever. I was in agonizing pain. I went back to the ER, and thanks to a couple of my friends who work at the hospital, they were able to advocate for me. They figured out I was septic, and then that just kind of triggered the entire thing. But you know, I'm lucky to be here. Some people, yeah.
How long were you in the hospital? I'm trying to remember. I
A
know it
month,
was a long
yeah.
time.
I was in a hospital for a month. Intensive care for about 2 weeks, and then moved down a floor for another 2 weeks, and so a total of a month.
While you were there, you probably had a lot to think about.
Yes.
What were a few of the things that were going through your head?
Oh man. One, the community support was incredible. From the time that I woke up, I slowly came to understand what was happening. I had no idea when I first woke up what was going on. But realizing how much support there was in the community, I was overwhelmed with just gratitude. So that was number one. Number two was just this community, people who were taking care of me within this community, and how lucky I was that I had the best care because of the connections that we had, and I was very, very grateful for that. Just small things in life that I often talk about in terms of like family is important, what's important in life. Those feelings are definitely magnified, and it really made me realize, there are certain things that I need to prioritize when I get back to my quote-unquote real life, that I'm trying to make it happen, which is harder than it sounds when I go through it. But in those moments in the hospital rooms, it was really, really easy to figure out what truly was important.
And any like big worries that were going through your head while you were there? I mean,
Yeah, a lot ran through my head. First of all, when I woke up, when I'm trying to first piece together what happened, I wasn't sure how the studio was doing or what was happening. And when I found out, I have incredible people working here, and they were, busting their tails, just making sure everything was running as smooth as possible. My main concern was, are they paying themselves? I wanted to make sure that they were taking care of them in terms of, they're getting paid at the correct amount, and that end of the things were taken care of. I didn't know the seriousness of what I went through until a little after I woke up and realized how many surgeries that I had to go through. So just kind of thinking in terms of recovery, when I'll be back, being able to teach dance again, to be in front of the kids, to be back to where I am today. I didn't know how long it was going to take. It felt like, a long recovery journey. I'm grateful to be here today at 85% because I didn't think it would be this soon.